Good morning, class. Today we will learn first chapter, Resources and Development. This is the chapter of Geography, class 10th. Okay. In this chapter, what you will learn, the topic has been written on the screen. Okay. If you do not have the book, you have no need to purchase. You have no need to go outside. I am teaching you. Okay. You can write. If you want to write hard word, if you want to read it, you can read. You can write the hard word, and the books will be same as previous class, as previous year. Okay, if you can arrange, then it will be good also. The syllabus or the book or the publication have not changed. So first chapter is there, resources and development, and in this chapter you can see some topics are here: resources, type of resources, classification of resources, development of resources. Another is land resources, land utilization, land degradation and conservation measures, soil as a resources, classification of soils, soil erosion and soil conservation, examination based assessment. Okay, we will talk on all these topics. So first we will start from the resources. That what is resources? The heading resources. What is resources? If you can see in class 8th, if you have, I think in class 8th it is described, you have studied before also about the resources. That what is resources? Let's see. Resources are free gift of nature. First of all, we cannot make, we cannot create the resources. Okay, and the resources are free gift of nature. Natural resources are resources that exist without actions of humankind. Means the resources, all resources are natural resources, are created by or made by nature. Human, not not without the help of human. Okay. So resources are free gift of nature. Natural resources are resources that exist without action of humankind, without any help, without any work of humankind. This includes all valued characteristics such as magnetic, gravitational, electrical properties and forces. In this, okay, in this, all character has been included. Either they are magnetic or the gravitational, electrical or the properties and forces. All are included and having their own values or having their own characteristics. On Earth, it includes sunlight, atmosphere, water, land, okay, including all minerals along with all vegetation, crops and animals life that naturally subsists upon or within. First of all, I want to tell you that in your previous class, I think in class 8th, not 9th, in 8th class, you have studied about natural resources, about the resources in which the resources has been described or divided in three parts. Natural resources, okay, first natural resources, then second is human resources or man-made resources, okay, man-made resources, and the third is human resources. So first, natural resources also divide in two parts, biotic and abiotic. Okay, biotic resources and abiotic resources. In simple way, if we talk about the biotic resources, what is biotic resources? Biotic resources means which have the life or the living organism. And what about the abiotic resources? Abiotic resources, such types of things which don't have the life or non-living things. For example, here vegetation, crops and animals, they are biotic, and sunlight and atmosphere, water or abiotic. Okay. Resources are a function of human activities, and these all are the function of human activities. Human have the intelligence, have the mind, okay, to utilize them. Human beings themselves are essential components of resources. They transfer material available in our environment into resources and use them. They also play a big role. They also play an essential, a important role, also a role of important. Okay, by them, what happened? People or the human, they transfer resources into their use them according to themselves, according to complete their needs. They can use them. Okay, they can satisfy their needs. In the below figure, you can see uh, types of resources: natural, human. Okay, two types. Here they have shown you two types: renewable, non-renewable, and human. Two types. They have divided in two parts. So this is the a figure where you can understand better. Then human, they have divided in two parts: structures and institutions, quality and quantities. And then you will go for renewable, continuous or flow, or for example wind, water. And in renewable, biological. Okay, biological, natural and wildlife. And for non-renewable, they have divided in two parts: recycle and non-recycle. Okay, now we will see next page. Okay, on this page, 5-year plans that laid emphasis on the development of resources. So laid means put, okay, keep, and emphasis means force, FORCE. So these are the five years plans, okay, to promote development of resources. Okay, so these all 10 points you will read yourself. Now, next is classification of resources. As I have informed you, I have told you before in the starting, in the introduction, that the resources has been described or divided into two parts on the basis of origin: biotic and abiotic. Biotic means living things, and abiotic means non-living things. Next, on the basis of exhaustibility. On the basis of exhaustibility means we can also say exist. Okay, exit, EXIT, exit. On the basis of exhaustibility, there is a this is the uncountable noun. Okay, so on this basis, a renewable and non-renewable. Okay, so you better know what is renewable. Renewable means those resources that can be used again and again, or can be reproduced by physical, mechanical and chemical process. For example, solar energy, air, water, soil, forest, wildlife. Okay, and non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources means those resources that cannot be replaced at all. Okay, they take millions of years to form. They occur over a long geological time. It is divided into recyclable and non-recyclable resources. On the basis of ownership, on the basis of ownership, let's see. individual, community, national and international, means who have the right of their ownership. Individual community means private community, we can also say, national and international, on the basis of status of development. Okay, potential development, stocks and reserves. About these all points we will talk. First we will going to talk on the basis of origin, means this first point, on the basis of origin, biotic and abiotic. Okay, these resources are obtained from biosphere. These resources are obtained from biosphere, human beings, livestock, flora and fauna, etc. Coal and petroleum may be considered as biotic resources as they are formed by decaying of life forms. Means if you want to understand them, you can also see my another video of class 8th. Okay, class 8th geography first chapter, having the same topics, but there some figures are more, figures are there, some more video I have added so that you can understand them. Okay, it's okay, but here I will also describe you. These resources are obtained from the biosphere. For example, the living organism, or the they have the resources having the life. Okay, human beings also the example of them. We all are also the example of biotic resources. Okay, and the another is livestock. Livestock we can say the cattle stock, cattle, animals, beast. Okay, livestock. And the another one is flora. What is the mean of flora? Flora means plants, tree and plants. And what is fauna? What is fauna? Fauna means animals, cattle, beasts, etc. Coal and petroleum may be. What has been written? Maybe. Coal and petroleum may be considered as biotic resources because they are formed by decaying of life forms. After decaying of life forms, they are formed. Okay, so we also can say that after decomposing, decaying, the word we also can say decomposing, decomposition, after decomposing, after uh, life forms. Okay, they form. Next, abiotic resources. These resources are composed of non-living things such as soil, rocks, metals, winds, etc. I have told you before. Next, on the basis of exhaustibility or limitation of use, how much we can use them. This is the right word, limitation of use, how much we can use them. In how much limit they are on the earth. First we will talk renewable resources. Here you can say renewable and non-renewable resources. So first we will see renewable resources. The resources which can be renewed or reproduced by physical, chemical or mechanical process are known as renewable or the another word is replenishable resources, that is solar energy, wind energy, forest, water, wildlife, etc. They can be categorized as. First I want to tell you that you will have to learn their synonyms also. Okay, here is the synonyms of renewable. Many times what happened, the question comes in the examination but having their another name and student become confused. So it's your responsibility to understand or to learn another synonyms also. Renewable resources means the things or the resource which can be renewed, which we can use again and again. Okay, for example, solar energy. Solar energy, we have lots of solar energy and we can use it again and again. Wind energy we can use. Forest, water, wildlife, these all are the examples of renewable resources. And these all are also categorized as below. First, flow or continuous resources. What is flow and continuous resources? Let's see. These resources can be used and replenished. Replenished at the same time. It does not remain in one location and moves about because of natural action in the physical environment, that is running water, solar radiation, wind and tides. Replenished means refill. Refill means फिर से भरना. Okay. So these resources can be used and refill at the same time. How? Because many times cause of environment change, okay, their location also change. For example, of running water, okay, cause of running water, the resources also move from one place to another place. Solar radiations and wind and tides, they occurs according to their situation and atmosphere change. Next is biological resources. These resources are formed by biological process. It is further categorized into two types. Biological resources also divided in two parts or categorized in two parts. It's formed a process. Let's see. First is natural vegetation, you can see on the screen. Second is wildlife. Natural vegetation, forest cover and flora. Wildlife is fauna. Now, second point is non-renewable resources. These resources are formed through long geological time period and cannot be renewed. Materials, metals, and fossil fuels. These resources may further be categorized as: these are the resources which has formed from a long geological time period but cannot be renewed. They cannot be renewed. Okay, for example, minerals. Minerals like coal. If you are using the coal, okay, you burn the coal and after burning, what you find? You found only the ash, rock, and it cannot be renewed. You cannot make the coal after using the coal. After burning the coal, you cannot find the previous coal. Same as metals and fossil fuels. Fossil fuels, for example, coal is the example of fossil fuels, but if you can see petroleum, okay, after using the petrol, when we will use the petrol, we find nothing. Another is second point is they have also categorized two types: recyclable and non-recyclable. Recyclable means metal can be recycled by technological application, so they are recyclable. By the using of technology, some of metals can be recycled, but non-recyclable fossil fuels burn rapidly. I am unable to see what has been written, and cannot be recycled, so they are non-recyclable. After using fossil fuels, you can see they burn very rapidly, but we cannot recycle them again. Now, another point on the basis of ownership. First is individual resources. These resources are owned privately by individual, that is plantation, Sorry, because I don't have the book, so I am unable to see this private land something, farmland, water in well, pond, etc. First, about we are talking about the basis of ownership. So they are saying that a private farm or individual, if they have these things, for example, plantations, pasture land or private land, farmland, water in well ponds, etc., they will consider as individual resources. The another is community on resources, means these resources are accessible to all the members of the community, grazing grounds, burial grounds, ponds in blaze, public parks, etc. Community means the group of the people. If these all people are accessible to use these things, are considered as community owned resources. Next is national resources. These resources are under the central of nation, country, that is canal, coal mines, territorial, sea, etc. Railway. Means in which resources only the central government or the country have the control, have the power to control. For example, canal. Okay, canals means if you see in Hindi, canals is called nehre. Nehre, coal mines and territorial sea are the example which comes under the control of a nation or a country. International resources means these resources are owned and regulated by international institutions, that is open sea used for peaceful navigations, open sky for flight movement, etc. The oceanic resources beyond 200 natural, sorry, I am unable to see the name, meals of the exclusive economic zone being to open sea, means where all countries can use the open place for either it's a sea, open sea, or a sky. In the sea, you can move from one place to another with the help of boat or with the help of ship, and in the sky, if we will move with the help of aeroplane. Okay, it's very useful for us. It will consider as international resources. Okay, now next point. Sorry class for the book. Actually, I don't have the book. I have asked someone to click the photo of the book, then I got this. Class, if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the comment box, and also you can write on your notebook. You have no need to purchase a new notebook. You can, if there is some blank page in your previous notebook having same subset, then you can write on that. Okay, let's see. On the basis of status of development, on the basis of the status of development, potential resources. What is potential resources? Let's see. Potential means believable, to be believed, or forceful. Okay, and we can also say hidden, छिपा हुआ जिसे हम कह सकते हैं. These resources are found in the region in abundance but have not been developed properly. For example, solar energy and wind energy in Gujarat and Rajasthan, vast tidal waves in the coast of India. For this, I want to say that we have lots of resources, but we don't have the technology through which we can use them properly. We have the huge resources. Okay, abundance means Richness, RICHNESS, richness we can say, and we also can say progress. It's mean we have the resources but we do not have the technology to use them properly is called potential resources. For example, the solar energy and wind energy in Gujarat and Rajasthan, there solar energy and wind energy can found in huge amount and vast tidal waves in the coast of India. Next point, developed resources. These resources are surveyed and quantified for utilization through available technology, coal, petroleum, etc. Availability of technology and the level of accessibility decides the quality of developed resources. Means to use them properly, the technology, these types of resources as considered in which we have a proper technology to use them. We can fully use them and we have the availability of technology so that we can access and decides the quality of developed resources. Okay, next, stock. These resources have the potential to satisfy human needs. The required technological knowledge to use them is not developed. Hydrogen and oxygen in water can be a rich resource of energy, but technical know-how for this purpose is not available. Means some of them we are using them, okay? If we are satisfying human needs, these resources are satisfying our needs, and we also required more technical knowledge to use them, which is not developed. For example, hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, we know that hydrogen and oxygen is rich in the water, but we don't know how to use them more and more. How to use hydrogen and oxygen for satisfying our more needs. Reserves. What is reserves? These are specific stocks for which approximate क्या लिखा हो? That is appropriate. Appropriate means suitable, okay, or fit. Suitable, 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 or fit, FIT. These are specific stocks for which appropriate technology know how the available but exploration is not started. For example, river water for hydel energy or forest as reserves but still has a limited exploration. Means exploration, we can say exploration is a research or search. We have the technology, okay? We have the technology, we know how to use them, but we have not started to use more and more. We have the river water for hydel energy, but we have not started to use more and more them. Okay, and another point is we have limited exploration, limited search we have for using them. Okay, scientists have to research on it and starting working on it. Next is how can we grow human beings and coal in same category of resources? These are some questions here. You will read them and you will also answer them. If you find any difficulties, you can ask me in the comment box. Okay, class? Thank you.